My name is Triveni, subject history, Maredmilli KGBV, East Godavari district. Okay, today we are discussing 5th chapter. Okay, what is the 5th chapter name? Nomadic Empires, Mongols, Genghis Khan. So all of you open your textbook page number 42. Okay, what is the 5th chapter? All of you look at the board. Okay, this is our 5th chapter. 4 chapters completed previous month. Okay, now in this month, what's the month? August. Okay, August month we are enter the 5th chapter. Name is Nomadic Empires, Mongols and Genghis Khan. Nomadic spelling NOMADIC. Nomadic Empires. Mongols MONGOLS. Mongols. Genghis Khan CHENGHISKHAN. Genghis Khan. Okay. Now we are discussing about the what is the nomadic means. Okay. About nomadic empires, we are discussing the nomadic empires. Okay. The term nomadic empires had different meaning. Okay. The term nomadic empires had different meanings. What is the meaning of nomadic? Nomadic means in Telugu sanchara. Okay. The term nomadic empires had different meanings. Nomadic spelling NOMADIC. And what is the meaning of nomadic in Telugu? Sanchara. Nomads were known as primitive barbarians. What's that? Nomads were known as primitive barbarians. Primitive means Adima. Barbarians means Anagarikulu. Okay? Barbarians means Anagarikulu and primitive means Adima. Okay? These 2 points I wrote that board. Okay? Please write your notes. About nomadic empires. First point, the term nomadic empires had different meanings. Nomadic means sanchara. Okay. Nomads were known as primitive barbarians. Primitive means Adima and barbarians means Anagarikulu. Okay. We are discussing about nomadic empires. What's the first point? The term nomadic empires had different meanings. Okay. Second point, nomads were known as primitive barbarians. Primitive means Adima and barbarians means Anagarikulu. What is the spelling of barbarians? BARBARIANS. Barbarians. And primitive spelling PRIMITIVE. Primitive. Okay. Next, they were termed. Third point, they were termed as wanderer or wanderers and hunter gatherers. And what is the meaning of wanderers? Wanderers means sanchari. Okay, they means nomadic. Nomadic were termed as wanderers and hunter gatherers. Okay, wanderers mean Telugu sanchari. Okay, that means wanderers meaning in Telugu sanchari. These 3 points very important about nomadic empires. First of all, we are learning and knowing the first point. The terms nomadic empires had different meanings. Okay. Nomads were known as primitive barbarians, Adima Anagarikulu. They were termed as wanderers and hunter-gatherers. Okay. Now, the Mongols of Central Asia had established an empire under the leadership of, what is the lesson name? Nomadic empires. We know about the nomadic empires in 3 points. Okay. And who is Mongols? And who is the Chengiz Khan? He was the leader of the Chengiz Khan in Mongols, in nomadic empires. Okay. Again I will tell that the Mongols of Central Asia had established an empire under the leadership of, okay, empire. This is nomadic empire. Empire after leadership Chengiz Khan. Across Europe and Asia during the 13th and 14th century. Okay, which centuries? They during 13th and 14th. Which continents? Europe and Asia. Next, the nomads of Mongolia have a humble, less complex social and economic world. Okay, the nomads of Mongolia have a humble, less complex social and economic world. But these Central Asia nomadic societies were not acceptable to historical changes. Okay, they adopted their own. What is that? They means nomadic. Nomadic empires adopted their own traditional, okay, own traditional social and political costumes to create a fearsome military missions. Okay, to create a fearsome military missions and a sophisticated method of power and authority. Sophisticated meaning adunatana. Okay, what is the spelling of sophisticated? S-O-P-H-I-S-T-I-C-A-T-E-D. Sophisticated meaning in Telugu adunatana. Methods of power and authority. Who is the using these methods? Leader of the Chengiz Khan. And which empire he was leader? Nomadic. Okay, nomadic empires. Leadership Chengiz Khan. And what is the mission? Military mission. He is a fearsome or not some? Not fearsome. Okay, fearsome military mission and a sophisticated method of power and authority. And what is the spelling of authority? A-U-T-H-O-R-I-T-Y. Authority. Okay, then I wrote the points. Nomadic empires adopted their own traditional, social and political costumes or customs to create a fearsome military mission and a sophisticated method of power and authority. Okay, this is the main point of the nomadic empire peoples. Nomadic empires adapted their own tradition, okay, own traditional social and political customs to create a fearsome military spelling military military mission and a sophisticated, what is the meaning of sophisticated? Adunatana method of power and authority spelling authority, authority. Okay, this is the main point of the nomadic empires. Now what is the sources of nomadic empires? Okay, this is the evidence of the we are finding nomadic empires. Okay, and what are the sources? Very important sources. First of all, there are several sources like chronicles, okay, like chronicles, travelogues and documents for the study of the nomadic societies. What is the evidence of the, what is the sources of the nomadic societies? Chronicles and travelogues and documents. Okay, three sources we are find the nomadic societies. Some scholars wrote travelogues about Mongols. Others served as Mongol court forts. Okay, Mongol court forts. Who are there? And they came from different backgrounds like Buddhist, Confucian, Christians, Turkish and Muslim. What are that? Some scholars wrote travelogues about Mongols. Okay. Others served as Mongol court forts. Court, C-O-U-R-T. Court poets. P-O-E-T-S. They came from different backgrounds. What are the different backgrounds? Like Buddhist, Confucian and Christian, Turkish and Muslim. Okay. How many different backgrounds? Five different backgrounds. One is Buddhist. Second one is Confucian. Third one is Christian. Fourth one Turkish. And fifth one Muslims. Okay. These are the sources of the main concept of the nomadic empires. And one more thing. And also the most valuable contribution. Most valuable contribution to Mongols history was made by the Russian scholars. Who scholars? Russian scholars. Like travelers, soldiers, merchants and antiquarian. Okay, antiquarian scholars during the 18th and 19th century. This is the main point also our sources in where I find out the nomadic empires. So all of you write neatly in this point. The most valuable contribution. What is the meaning of contribution? Sahkar. Contribution to Mongols history was made by the which scholars? Russian scholars. Russian scholars like travelers, soldiers, merchants, and antiquarians. Antiquarian scholars during the which century to which century? 18th and 19th century. 18th and 19th centuries. Okay. The most valuable contribution. Contribution means sahakaram, and the Mongol history was made by the Russian scholars. Like what is the Russian scholars? Travelers, soldiers, and merchants, and antiquarian. What is the meaning of antiquarian? Antiquarian means puratanamainadi. Puratanamaina. Puratanamaina. This is the ancient. Okay. Scholars during. In this evidence we collect from the which century? 18th and 19th centuries. Okay. What is the Russian scholars like? 4 evidences. Travelers and soldiers, merchants, antiquarians. Okay. This is the valuable sources. Which period? 18th and 19th century. And very important 2 names are given to best evidence in the nomadic empires. Okay. In the early 20th century, scholars like, in this textbook given 2 scholar names in which century? 20th century. Okay. The names is very large names, so be careful, don't to misspell. Okay. Write neatly. Boris Yakovlevich Valdemitsov and Vasily Vladimirovich Bartol. Okay. Boris Yakovlevich Valdemitsov, Vasily Vladimirovich Barthold. Okay. Wrote works. Both are wrote works on Mongol languages, society and culture. Okay. All of you look at the board. In the early 20th century, scholars like Boris Yakovlevich, Boris Yakovlevich, Vladimirsov. Okay, we are short from the Boris. And Vasily Vladimirovich Barthold, Vasily Vladimirovich Barthold, Barthold. And who wrote the Mongol languages and society culture? Both Okay, this is the Russian scholars. Okay, Boris and Berthold, short form. One person Boris and second person is Berthold. What they wrote? Works on Mongol languages and society culture. Which century? 20th century. This is the best evidence of the nomadic empires. Okay, write down. Then next, the works on the history of Mongols were in a number of languages like Chinese, Mongolian, Persian, Arabic, Italian, Latin, French and Russian languages. So, the works on the history of Mongolian, so much languages, number of languages known, that like Chinese. What are the languages? Languages. Chinese, Mongolian, Persian, Arabic, Italian, Latin and French, Russian. Okay. The works on the history of Mongols were in a number of languages. Mongols have a number of so much languages learned. One is Chinese, second one is Mongolian, third one is Persian, fourth one Arabic, fifth one Italian, sixth one Latin, and seventh one French, and eighth one Russian. Okay, they know the nomadic empires, Mongols languages. And fine, next one, they were a humbler body. So, the structure of the nomadic empires peoples. Now, we are discussing the nomadic empires structure. They were a humbler body of people than the pastoralist making a living from trade in herds of animals. Okay, they were a humbler. Humbler means vinayam. Body of people than the pastoralist. Pastoralist means mata sambandhamainatuvantiది. Okay, mata sambandhamainatuvanti pastoralists making a living from trade in furs. Furs means or purse means first means in Telugu bocchu, which one furs animals. Okay, they cover the neck type. They were a humbler body of people than the pastoralists making a living from trade in furs of animals. Okay, I show the Mongol pigs and nomadic empire pigs. After we differences the fierce and the pastoralist humbler body. Okay, my dears, I show the pigs. This is Mongol pictures like warrior pigs. After this is the fur. System, Mongol empire system, and this is the map pointing Mongol dynasty period. the Mongol Empire. This is the map pointing. Khan Empire, Empire of the Great Khan. Okay, clear? This is textbook given the Mongol Empire map pointing. Okay, my dear students, we are observed the Mongol dynasty, Mongol nomadic empires pictures and Mongol dynasty pics and map pointing view. I show the pictures, and now we are discussing the Great Wall of China. Okay, it is very important question also that given marks. Okay, 2 marks and sometimes given to 5 marks also. The Great Wall of China. So all of you write neatly in this point. Side heading: the Great Wall of China. Look at this, China. Okay. And who was the constructions of the Great Wall of China? In this point, who is the constructor of the Great Wall of China? We know that. Okay. First point. Throughout its history, China suffered extensively from nomad incursion and different regime. First point, throughout its history, China suffered extensively. What is the meaning of extensively? Vistrutanga. Vistrutanga. From nomad intrusion. Intrusion means Charabatu. Charabatu. And different regime. Regime means Palana. Okay, this is the first point of the Great Wall of China. Throughout its history, China suffered extensively. Extensively in meaning Telugu, Vistutanga. From nomad intrusion. Intrusion spelling INTRUSION. Intrusion means Charabatu. And different regimes. Regimes means Palana. Spelling REGIMES. Okay. Right on. Now, second point. The rulers of China, even as early as the 8th century BCE, built fortifications to protect their subjects. What is the second point? My dear students, look at the board, all of you. The second point, the Great Wall of China. The rulers of China, even as early as the 8th century BCE, built fortification. What is the meaning of fortification? Fortification means in Telugu, Kota. Okay, fortifications to protect their subjects. Okay, which one subjects? China products. Okay, this is the second point. The rulers of China, even as early as the 8th century BCE, built fortification. Fortification meaning in Kota, Telugu, to protect their subjects. Write down. Next point. starting from the 3rd century BCE, these fortifications started to be integrated into a common defensive. What is the meaning of defensive, my dear children? Defensive means Rakshanatmaka. Defensive means Rakshanatmaka. Outwork noun. Continues. Outwork noun. Today as the Great Wall of China. This is the third point. Starting from the 3rd century BCE, these fortification. What is the fortification meaning? In second point, fortification meanings in Telugu, kota, started to be integrated into a common defensive. Defense means Rakshanatmaka. Outwork known today as the Great Wall of China. And one more question: who is the built by the Great Wall of China? It is the 4th point. Who is the constructed Great Wall of China? Okay, all of you noted these points. Integrated spelling INTEGRATED. Fortification spelling FORTIFICATIONS. Fortifications. And century CENTURY. Defensive DEFENSIVE. Defensive. And starting STARTING. Starting. Okay. This Great Wall of China was constructed during the rule of Qin dynasty between AD 221 to 207. Okay, which dynasty built the Great Wall of China? Qin dynasty. Okay, one of the dynasty in China, Qin dynasty. This dynasty built by the Great Wall of China. Okay, which period? 221 to 207. I show the Great Wall of China in your textbook, page number 45. Okay, all of you look at this picture. Okay, my dears. So once observe your textbook, the Great Wall of China, route also given in your textbook. Okay, now in this session what we are discussing, first of all, what is the lesson name? This is our 5th chapter. Okay, 5th chapter name is Nomadic Empires, Mongols and Genghis Khan. Now in this period we have to discussion about nomadic empires and also sources of the nomadic empires period. Next one, evidences and the Great Wall of China. Next session we are discussing about the Mongol dynasty and who is the leader of the nomadic empires? Genghis Khan. So totally we learning the Genghis Khan. Okay? Okay, my dears. Are you understanding this session? Thank you. One and all.